What's going on, guys? This is the new developer, and in this tutorial we are going to play with some numbers. Don't be afraid, it's just simple math that you all have studied in your high school. So don't be afraid with it. So let me first tell you how to denote a number in Python. So you have to just type in something, a variable. So I'm going to give my age 21, just like this. As you have already remembered that we were denoting our string the same way. So how Python is going to tell himself that it's a number, not a string? Is simple as that. That we are not using here double quotes or single quotes. Uh, that means it's a number, not a string. So we have given our variable, its age 21. So I'm going to print that variable, print age. So okay, it's just going to print 21. That's it. So now we are going to calculate a area. So this is a nice time to comment your code here. I am calculating the area of a area. Okay, this is just fine. So I have given a value to my area, that is 0. We have as you can see that we have initialized our area, and it's initiate with a 0, and it's going to increase after this. So let me give a height width equal to, I have given 20, and width length I have given 30. So let me calculate area. So area will be width into height. As you can see, in Python or any other language, always remember that multiplication always denotes with a asterisk sign. So as you can see, I have made a mistake and it's denoting me a mistake. I have typed in height and our variable name is length. So I have corrected my mistake, and now we are going to calculate our area. So just as you can see, we just we just did multiplication with into length, and now I'm going to print our area, print area. So now I'm just going to hit and run, and our area is 600. Now the most important part of this tutorial is, okay, leave it for later in this tutorial. Now I'm just going to tell you how you can denote your multiplication, addition in Python. So let me show you a picture. Okay, addition is plus, okay, subtraction is minus, and multiplication is asterisk. It's different than your high school, and division is same. It's backslash n, /n, and exponent is double asterisk. And modulo, what the hell is modulo? Actually modulo is remainder. So you are going to think that what kind of remainder is modulo. So modulo is actually when you divide something with something, it's going to remainder something. So that remainder is modulo. So let me take example of modulo. I'm just going to I'm just going to comment it, and the shortcut for it is command 1. So I am just commented my code so I can work with modulo. So I put one more comment, modulo. So a is equal to 5 and b is equal to 2, and now we are going to just a divided by percent is modulo, So percent b. So we are just going to print c. So c is going to give us a remainder when 2 is divided by 5. So let me hit enter, run, sorry. So remainder is 1. You know this simple math, and 2 into 2 is equal to 4, so remainder is always 1. So it's remainder, and there is some rules for it. You can use parenthesis when you want to operate something, you as you are working with multiplication, division and addition simultaneously, and you want certain operations to operate first, so you are going to use some rules. So those rules I am just going to show you. These are some rules. Parenthesis is going to operate first when you write your code, and it's going to operate first with parenthesis, then it's going to operate exponent, and then multiplication and division, and then addition and subtraction. So let me give 4 or 5 variables. So I'm just going to comment this too. So I'm going to give some variables. A is equal to 9, b is equal to 10, c is equal to 14, d is equal to 19. So I'm our final result would be, we are just going to use different symbol. As I have already told you that parenthesis is going to operate first for exponent, so I'm just going to do that. So I a asterisk, don't need to b plus c and asterisk d. Okay, so as I have already told you that b plus c is going to operate first. No, yes, b plus c is going to operate first because it's under the parenthesis, then it's going to multiply it by a, and no, then it's going to square it by d or exponent it by d, and then it's going to multiply by a. So let me hit run. Oops, int object is not callable. A plus b, a b plus c into d. So let me try to put asterisk here, and just going to save it and just going to hit it run. Okay, what I did here, I just not printed my final answer, so I'm just going to print it. Okay, our answer is this, some messy stuff. So because it's exponent itself to up to 19, so that's it for some symbols. Okay, so here's the thing, we have calculated a area before. So we are going to uncomment this stuff or code. So I'm just going to print command 1. So this is our some code, and we want to print some string with our answer. So print area of our rectangle is, as I have already told you in couple of lectures before, that we can concatenate strings together. So when I add area to it, just see the magic, it's going to give an error. Why it's giving an error? You can see it's giving type error, must be string not int. So we can add strings together, not an integer and a string. You can see that here. So here are some rules from which you can from which you can concatenate a string and integer. So I'm going to show you one more picture, and this is, you have to use a percent sign, and percent d is a placeholder for a decimal. ठीक है. So uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give percent f. Actually I want to make it float, so I have just used percent f, and we are not going to use plus symbol here, just going to use a percent area. So just going to save it. When we hit run, it's just given us 600.000. So as you can see, we just printed a string and a integer together. So as you can see here, we are getting too much of decimals, too much zeros after the decimal in our output. So I want only 2 decimals in our output. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to 0.2, I'm just going to give 0.2 before f. So when we hit run, it's just going to give only 2 zeros after the decimal. So it's the magic. And as you can see, here are some symbols. If you want 3 zeros before your decimal, if your answer is 42 and you want 3 more places before your decimal, as such 042, so you are going to use 3d. And if you want 2 decimals, two digits after your decimal, so you are going to use something with point. You can use 0.3, 0.4, 0.1. That's it. So that's it for this tutorial. We're going to play some more in the next tutorial, and this is very important. So all the code is provided on the geekyprogrammer.com. That is my blog post. So check that out in our description. And good to see you guys today. Actually our channel is growing rapidly, so I want you to if you have any doubt in this lecture or any other lecture, you can ask me in the comment section, and I'm going to answer every comment of yours. That's my idea for my channel. So make sure to subscribe. See ya.